Alright, it's time for another mod video. As you may know, I've been trying to find some engine covers, case savers, whatever you want to call them, that won't block the RR logo on the pulse or timing cover. Well, I finally found them. Somebody actually mentioned on the frame sliders video 39N Racing. And I checked them out, and sure enough, there's a hole right where the logo would go on the cover. So I reached out to the company and I pretty much made up my mind right away on going with them. It was pretty much started by one guy that just wanted to make different looking stuff than everything else that's out there right now. And he still has a full-time job, so he just does this in his spare time. I'll go ahead and read something that he sent me when I asked him if he wanted me to mention anything about his company in this video. So he said, I started 39N Racing to try to bring some innovative products to the industry that I thought were missing. Our current focus is in crash protection, and I'm always working on bringing new products to the market as well as improve upon products that have already been released. 39N is a single employee small shop based in Colorado. Everything is done in-house from design to machining to sales. So I thought that was really cool, and 39N is just the latitude that he's on, so I thought that was cool too. So yeah, I just think it's really cool that I could help out a small company like this. Now, he did mention that he's working on a clutch cover for the ZX-10. They're just not out yet, so he said he'd let me know whenever it did come out. But I can't wait to see it because I really like the look of these things. Well, I was going to try to do this on my own, but with stuff like this, you know, I want everything to be torque to spec, and I don't have a torque wrench, so Antoine's back.
It's not going to be torque wrench, but we'll get to where we know it's not going to come off.
I thought you said torque wrench.
I don't have one.
Okay, well, bolts. All that I just said is ruined, so never mind. Let's get started. Do you know for sure that you're going to have to take the fairing off?
We can take them out just to, because it's going to be a little tight. Just do it right here, and I don't want to rub the fairing. It's just barely.
I'm so happy I found these. That's exactly what I wanted the entire time.
So I believe for the most part, these three are the same size. So normally when I take stuff off, I usually lay the screws in order where I take them out.
You said you used to work at
I used to work at Cool Springs way back in the day. I think I was out there 2007 to 2009. When I first started out there, I just did the PDI, which is pre-delivery inspection. So as the new units shipped in off the truck, I would draw the forklift, unload them from the truck. Whichever ones weren't needed to fill in spots on the floor, I would stack in the back of the warehouse. And then the ones that were needed, I'd disassemble the crates, assemble the bikes, clean them up, test drive, make sure all the fluids were where they should be, and then take it up and park it on the floor for the salesman.
So you've ridden a lot of bikes then?
I've ridden a lot. So people know that I favor Kawasaki as one of my favorite manufacturers. But what a lot of people don't know is my first bike was a Honda Rebel 250.
Wow.
Because unlike everybody who rides now, didn't have a lot of options as far as starter bikes go. And at the time, I was supposed to be riding a 125 by law, because that was the biggest CC you could have at 14 when I was able to get my license. But like most things with motorcycles, nobody's checking or regulating it. So I started out with a Honda Rebel 250.
See, all this stuff we should have done in your little video.
Most of these fans like this are just these little push pins.
Yeah.
They just slide them in. You pop it in like that, it'll hold it. Anytime you got to take them out.
I actually lost one of those on the R6. It was that front one right there, and I ended up just zip tying it.
I actually have a kit of replacements just because they're lost so often. And then every now and then I work on guys' bikes and they'll be missing, and I'll fill them in for them. Then this front one is similar to it, but it's a larger style push pin. You just flap it out with a flathead screwdriver to get that loose. That takes care of that. Now, I think there's probably 3 or 4 of these on the inside here to get this off. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 on each side.
Now I'm definitely glad that I didn't attempt this by myself.
I mean, I probably could squeeze it in there.
Yeah,
without,
it did look tight.
Without taking it off. Probably just have to take the bolts out and then slide it in place. But I just didn't want to start it and then realize I have to take it off anyway. So they kind of feel like jigsaw puzzles somewhat. So there's a little bit of wiggling to get stuff out. But there you go.
Man, first time ever seeing my bike without the fairing. Oh my god, look at that blue.
And yours had the recall though, so I'm sure it's,
yeah,
they've had the fairings off of it before, so I'm not popping a cherry or anything this time.
Yeah.
So you just have to take these off. I believe they're all the same length, but did it come with his own bolts?
Oh, yep, my bad.
One side.
Awesome.
Yeah, just looking at the picture, I was a little worried about, you know, coverage. I couldn't picture it on the case.
Yeah, so since it does go down like that.
Yeah, so basically this is going to definitely protect the case and it's going to slide. The only thing is, you will be able to see this, but if something does happen, you may...
Well, better than nothing, you know.
It's almost flush.
Yeah.
So depending on if anything happens, where it happens.
Still worth it.
It may.
But just the way that he did it, I like his logo too.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Looks good.
This guy's got some pictures on his website of people that have actually been on the track when they went down and they had his stuff on there and they seem to hold up. But it looks pretty cool.
No, I made it look easy. Yep.
All that just seems sketchy to me. You're a pro.
Yeah, normally I work off of the rear wheel stands.
Yeah, no, it's on the list.
Nah, no problem.
I need to get one.
Bring it.
Did your cousin ever watch your video?
Yeah, he did. They liked it. I think he's waiting to see the actual race. And I think they're waiting for the...
Yeah, did you tell them about that?
Yeah. My oldest cousin, it's funny because my oldest cousin, I taught him how to ride.
Okay.
And, but he's my older cousin. So, when I told him, like, yep, I made a mistake. I know what I did wrong. And of course, I got the older cousin lecture.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I was just thinking to myself, like, I taught you everything, you know?
And I just showed that to Kayan just a little while ago, and she was like, "Oh, and his blinker wasn't on." I was like, "Oh, yes, it was. You can see it."
That's what it was on there.
Clear
That's the first thing I said. So maybe I didn't see it. And went back and saw it. I was like, yeah, he did it. I just
because I mean, that car had his brake lights on, blinker on. He had every indication for you. And
yep. And I missed it.
I'm just gonna go for it.
I missed it. That's the good and bad thing about looking through the turn.
Yeah.
And it didn't help. Not that I'm making an excuse. It didn't help that those cars, the brake light and the turn signal are the same color.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I completely missed it.
But that's why I held back, because I saw the car. I was like, there's only so much you could do. So to me, it was pointless even trying it.
Yeah. Every now
But
and
you
then
saw how far back I was.
Yeah. 'Cause I actually went back and looked at my 360 just to see how far back it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely did the right thing and fell back. Me, I was just like, it's a corner. He slowed down, I'll just slow down. I was not expecting him to turn.
So if you don't know what we're talking about a video that is posting tomorrow as of the present day, but this video is probably gonna come out later. So I'll put a link. Where's it gonna go? Up here. So you can go check that out. He almost hit a car. It was pretty close.
Real close.
But then,
that's it.
When I first showed you the footage, you were like, "Oh, I still have some brake."
I still did have brake left. It's like you'll get to the point, especially when you do a track day, you get to where you can kind of judge how much brake you need to cover so much distance. And I was at that point where, okay, I think this is enough not to run into the back of this car.
All I was thinking was, you should have pulled it. I still have brake left. Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, because the ABS didn't kick in.
Didn't make this side look easy.
I'm
not even gonna attempt to look at that side. It's easier on this side, even though the light's over there. But I like it.
It's definitely different. I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
You're definitely unique.
I think that's awesome. All right, well, we got it done, or Antoine got it done. I said that in the video that you're gonna see tomorrow. I said the same thing about the frame sliders. I was like, yeah, when we did the frame well, Antoine did the frame sliders.
Well, this time it was a group effort. You helped me out with the location of the plates.
But anyway, I'll next video during the daylight, you know, I'll show those off a little bit, but for now you can't really see much. If you guys have an RR and you like that RR logo and you don't want it covered, go check out 39N Racing. Definitely worth it. But anyway, that's it for this video. So thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you in the next video.